Hello everyone and welcome to the video. My name is BMilitant. I've been playing Ring of Elysium since the Thailand beta and I've played this game competitively. It's my favorite game. I still think that this BR is the best BR on the market. However, this video is going to be me talking about what I think the direction of the game should be going in the future. And just because I think the game is really good how it is right now doesn't mean the game doesn't have to evolve and change, and these are just my thoughts on what should happen to the future. And the first thing we need to talk about is that not just Ring of Elysium, but a lot of other battle royales in general, if you look at PUBG and PUBG's player count numbers, they're dropping. This is something that I see across the board. I feel that a lot of casual battle royale players are leaving the market because they're just tired of it right now. That's just my take on it. And so Ring of Elysium's player count is dropping. That's one reason why I have come up with this idea for the future of Ring of Elysium, and you guys can let me know what you guys think. I'm going to hopefully send this to them and see what they think. So what I want to do in the future is, if you guys remember the game mode that Ash and I that they came out with, it was a much faster paced game mode. We didn't all love the game mode, but what we did love about the game mode was the pacing of the game. Games lasted around 10 to 15 minutes, and that's what I think the future of Ring of Elysium should be doing to help make itself stand out. Instead of having a lot of downtime in the middle of matches, and right now, if you win a Ring of Elysium game, you're going to be in a match between 24 to 28 minutes. What I want to do in the future is shorten the downtime at the middle of the matches and push the action a lot faster, and I want games to last 10 to 15 minutes. What this is going to do is going to help the queue times. It's going to help get people in and out of games quicker. You're not going to have to wait in the queue for as much time. If you die, you're not going to have to sit there and watch your team play for another 20 minutes. It helps streamers out. That's the whole reason why people like the respawning in games like Apex. So if you look at this really shittily made map that I just made in Photoshop real fast, I'm going to explain to you my idea of the future. And the outskirt of this, the yellow ring, is the arena. It's kind of, think of this as like a snow globe or something, if you will, an arena. And in the middle is going to be the island, and in the very center of the island is this mountain. And this entire island and mountain is split into 4 different equally sized zones. As you can see, one is going to be desert themed, one is going to be Europa themed, how we know the map is right now, with all the same type of buildings, the same theme that Europa is right now. If you keep following it down to the coast, down to where it meets the water, hey, maybe there's the resort right there on the outskirts of the island, you know what I mean? This is Europa. And then where it says snow, that next zone is going to be what you think of, and we're going to use all the assets from Mount Dion. And it's going to be a snow-themed portion of the map. 1/4 of the map is going to be snow. And then in the last zone where it says season zone, this is where, if they want to change, this zone is going to be changed every single season with a different theme. 1/4 of the map will always be changed every single season. Hey, maybe this season, not season 6, the one that's about to happen, but maybe season 7, maybe that's going to be a cyberpunk theme. Maybe it's going to be a medieval theme. They can change this zone every single season to give people something to look forward to. But to start off, let me just explain how I think things could be changed about the game. As you see, there's a pirate ship on the outskirts of the island. There's going to be the same pirate ship that we already know that can be circling around the island randomly, and it could be a high tier loot zone if you go and you can fight over the pirate ship. Now, how we're going to make this a faster paced battle royale is, this is a 20-man battle royale now. 20 men. What this means is you can split 20 people into, you can have with the faster time of matches, and with the faster queues, we might even be able to get duos back. I know a bunch of people want duos. You could have solos, duos, and squads. You could have 5 squads of 4 on this map, and this map is going to be small. It's going to be way smaller than the Europa map. That's why it has the focal point of the mountain in the middle. Then you know, it comes down to like a flat plain, and then on the outskirts where it meets the water, you know, that's just how the map is. In 4 different zones. All of them are going to have their own theme: desert, Europa, snow, seasonal zone. And what I want to do is push the pace. I want the zone to come fast. So no matter where you land, which I'll get into landing in a second and how we're going to change the spawns, in my opinion, should happen. Since we're only having 20 people in a match, we don't need 60 people. As of right now, it's hard to sometimes even find a 60-man match. So sitting here and making the player count smaller but the game faster, I think pushes the action. You can get in and out of games faster. You're not going to have to wait as long to get a queue. If you die, you don't have to sit there and watch your teammate play for another 20 minutes. I think that this is going to be a really good idea. And so what's going to happen is, after a certain amount of time, however they balance it, you land on the island and you start looting, and then you're going to get notified, hey, this zone, zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, this zone is the final zone. Make your way to the zone. So all the teams have to fight to get into the zone. Say it's going to end on the snow zone. Everyone has to start making their way there quick. Fight to get into the zone. Fight in the zone. And then if they want to make the end of the match the same as how we have it right now, a helicopter, hey, guess what? A helicopter lands in zone 3, the snow zone. You know, it lands there randomly. Same type of BR that we know right now. Now, here's some changes I think they could make to the game that could make it better. We can have, with this map, you can spawn in the way that we spawn in right now, how you normally think about it, how you or you're looking top down, and you can choose your square to spawn in on that portion of the map, right? And also, what I want to happen is we're going to have 2 methods of spawning. We're going to have the plane, as you can see in the picture. The plane's going to go overhead, and there's going to be people picking their spots on the ground how they do normally, how we know it right now, and there's benefits to both. If you choose to select a spot on the ground, you can know if there's someone spawning next to you, and you also get the perk of spawning on the ground and being able to pick up loot faster. But hey, if you don't want people to know where you spawn and you want an element of surprise, you can opt out of that and you can select to spawn in the random plane that's going to go overhead. And then, hey, if you remember where people spawn on the ground, you could parachute in and try to land on them and attack them that way. But guess what? They do have that if they loot faster because they spawn on the ground, they have an advantage, you know what I mean? But you also might have the advantage of them not knowing you're coming. I feel like this is a good idea, and what I think the future of Ring of Elysium should be is they need to do is stop taking a lot of ideas from other popular battle royales, and they need to focus on what makes Ring of Elysium in my opinion, the best battle royale and what people love the game for. And at the height of that, what you're going to be thinking about is the kits, the way that you move around the map. So I've already talked about making the map, making the rounds faster. I want it to feel like an arena, like things are happening fast, and you know what I mean? You're getting in and out of games faster. Sure, you're going against less amount of people, but the size of the map being much smaller, it's not going to feel like you're traveling, you're not seeing people. You're going to know where people are. You're going to have to fight. The zone's going to have to come quick. The entire match is going to last around 10 to 15 minutes at max. So everything's going to be faster paced. And I understand some players who are going to have a hard time accommodating this. Guess what? Still, even if they are not very good at it at first, they still get in and out of matches. They can learn from their mistakes. They can play more matches in the same amount of time. So there's a bunch of, and I think the focus of the game going forward should be on kits. That's what makes Ring of Elysium unique, the traversal kits, and I think what they need to do is come up with more exciting kits to use, and I think they should detail this map, take the idea of the map that I have in front of you, and say, hey, in the snow portion of the map, hey, maybe you want to spawn there, you can choose the snowboard. Bring the snowboard kit back. If you spawn in that zone, guess what? You're going to have the ability to travel fast. Incorporate things into that zone like ramps to hit with a snowboard. You know what I mean? Incorporate the kit into that zone. That's like the kit that you want to have in that zone. You have an advantage over everyone else. And then another idea I have, I know that some people might like this idea and some people might not like this idea. If you notice, the outskirts of the map is all water. Take the DPV and make that its own kit. If you see that there's the pirate ship with the high tier loot circling around the map. If you want to choose the DPV kit, that is your traversal kit. You can spawn in the water if you want to, and you can use your DPV to get all the way around. It's a method of moving. Say you spawn in the desert portion of the zone, and then you have to move to the snow zone for the last zone. You can safely take the DPV and go through the water and come out of the zone that way. It's its own kit, and it makes boats viable again, because right now everyone would rather use a DPV than use a boat. And if you don't choose the DPV kit, you're gonna have to use a boat. Why? Because you're not gonna want to swim in the water without a DPV when there's a team out there that might have that DPV kit and they could kill you very easily. So it makes getting into the water without the DPV a liability. It makes boats useful again, and it's a real method of traversal. And also, hey, if you want to get to the high tier loot faster than anyone else, you can use a DPV to go out through the water and get to the pirate ship. That's just my idea. You don't have to take that idea, but just you have to come up with ways, new kits, new exciting kits, and new Zone 4, which I'm going to call Zone 4, the zone that changes every season. You have to come up with good ideas for those zones, themes for those zones. But I think we need to push the action. I think this game needs to become more of an arena. I don't care that the map isn't like a real map. It doesn't matter to me. Throw everything at the player at one time, all the experiences at one time, and make it feel like you're trapped in an arena and you have to get out. Like I said, if you want the helicopter ending, make everything happen fast. Sure, there's tons of loot on the island. Maybe you're not going to find exactly the loot that you want, but guess what? The zone's going to come very fast. You get on the ground, and then in a couple minutes, guess what? Zone 3 is the final zone. You got to get there, and that's a snow zone. So you have to travel all the way to that zone, try not to get caught outside the zone in a fight, get to the zone, then the helicopter comes, bam, game over. 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. That's just my gist of the idea where this game should be headed. With the player base that we're looking at right now, this supports that player base, making a smaller map, but making games happen faster because you're putting less people in a match. It just makes sense to me. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to stop rambling. And yeah, hopefully they take some of these ideas. Everyone that I know didn't love the Ash and I game mode, but what we did love was the pacing, how much faster and less downtime in the middle of matches there was. And let me know what you guys think. I'll be here playing ROE today because this took me a long time to draw, believe it or not, how shitty it looks. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if this is a good idea. I'm going to send this to them. I believe this is a great idea. I believe this is the way this game should be headed moving forward. That's just my opinion, though. You guys got to let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.